Hello and welcome. It's now time to use the specification pattern that we added inside our controller so as to be able to get the product, and we also be able to add the includes. And the way we do that, we're going to create a specification class and we are going to give it a specific name that will give us the information about what it is going to do for us. And inside the specifications folder, inside here, I'm going to go ahead and add the specification, and I'm going to call this as products with types and bland specification. Pretty long name, but it is so beneficial when you want to know exactly what you're going to return from this specification. And after creating this, we need to derive from the base specification. I'm going to say base specification, and we're going to pass. In this case, as we're going now to return the product, we no longer need to add the T or the generic type. We're going to say that we're going to get the product in this case. And I'm going to bring this in, and after we are done with this, we can go ahead and add the constructor that will help us with including stuffs. I'm going to use control dot as a quick fix, and I'm going to generate the constructor but without criteria. So let me go back and use the quick fix again, and I'm going to choose this, but try to remove all of these things inside here because we don't need them. And these two, we don't need this. And inside here, I'm going to add the missing bracket. And as you are seeing, it is now bringing these underline, which is now indicating that this is an error. And the reason for this is that we didn't add an empty constructor into the base specification, and you can go ahead and add that one. And you can see that we're having these, but we don't have an empty constructor. So I'm going to use the quick fix here, and I'm going to generate this empty constructor, and in this case now the error will go away. And inside here, this is where we're going to start to add our includes, and I'm going to say add include, and inside here we need to add the expression for the include that we need to bring here. I'm going to say x goes to x dot product bland, and we're going to add the second one for the product type. So I'm going to say add include, and inside this I'm going to say x goes to x dot product types. Wonderful. After we're done with this, we need to go into the controller and we're going to make the use of this. But before we move, I'm going to use the quick fix to remove these unnecessary usings because we need to keep this clean. And inside the let me go ahead and save this in the specification. We need to save, and inside the controller, let me go into the controller. And we're going to start by returning all the products, and this is where we used to do this here. And the way we're going to use this by using the pattern that we created, you're going to say var spec, and this will be equal to I'm going to say product with types. Let me type here product with types, and I'm going to choose this one, and we're going to leave this as empty as we are not going to take any argument. And here we have to add the new keyword as we need. Okay, and after we are done with this, we're going to use the method for the REST async that we have in there in the base specification, and inside here we need to pass in the spec, right, this one. All right, after we are done with this, we can go ahead and test and see if this is working as expected. Finally, we are going to go to where we started, but in this case we will be having cleaner code. So I'm going to say cd API and not bin, and I'm going to say .NET watch run. And meanwhile, I'm going to open the Postman. And once this is started, I'm going to go into the Postman and I'm going to send the request to get all the products. And in this case, we get back our product, but it is not formatted. Wow. And you can see that now we are getting the results as expected, and we included all the missing product bland and the product type in here. And finally, you have seen that the way we are setting this specification pattern can reward you with this desired output. And in the next video, we'll see on how to fetch the individual product by using this approach. So see you there and stay cool.